Hello, welcome back to Yes and by Marin YouTube, where I talk about authentic alignment every Tuesday. As a coach and as a client, as someone who just lives this life, I am not aiming for happiness. I don't want you to be happy 100% of the time, nor do I desire to be happy 100% of the time. And I think this is often something that we think we want. In our society, I see it proclaimed, displayed everywhere that if you are happy, if only I was happy, I want to be happier. During undergrad, I studied abroad to Denmark to study positive psychology in the happiest country in the world. Something that our professor wanted us to keep in our minds throughout our study abroad experience is to determine why we thought Danes were the happiest in the world. As I flew home from Denmark, I considered that Danes may be labeled the happiest people in the world. But what rang more true for me, what I thought was a better representation of what this meant, is that Danes were the most content people in the world. And for me, contentment is something I strive for more than happiness. And this links to the full life because happiness, joy, elation are all wonderful things, and I recognize that that is not something that I want to be my entire experience because it is such a small part of our human experience. And although it is wonderful, if I were to only ever experience those emotions, those opportunities, those events in my life, I wouldn't really be experiencing that much. I wouldn't really be savoring and pulling in all that this life has to offer. And although some of these other emotions and some other experiences may be a little more challenging or difficult, I deeply value and enjoy them just the same because they make me feel alive. The full authentic life is having the space, having the ability and the desire to experience everything, which means the really deep heartbreak, the elation and total overwhelm of joy and gratitude, the frustration, the confusion, the anger, the bewilderment, the love, all of these emotions, all of the circumstances, all of the events that are available to us. I desire to embrace all of them, to truly go there, to truly feel what it's like to be in each of those experiences, to be open enough, to be aware enough, to know that these are a variety of experiences to even be had, and to utilize those experiences to appreciate life, to learn from life, and to grow. I want to hear in the comment section below when you feel like you've experienced your full life. What is one example of a time you went to a new place or experienced a new emotion or were aware of a new dimension of this life? I'll give you a few examples of my own. Just yesterday, I was reminded of how expansive our life experience can be when I attended a dance show by Crash Dance Productions here in the Twin Cities. It was incredible. It was an amazing art performance. And while I was watching, what went through my head is, what the heck are we doing staying small, staying even in the same posture at work when our bodies are capable of so much more expansion and expression? Another recent full life experience was when I was memoing my boyfriend and really quite scared and intimidated by the decision that was in front of me. And I squealed into the phone and felt this pit in my stomach, and in that moment I really embraced the feeling I was sitting with, which was fear and a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of uncertainty. And it was mixed with this gut feeling that was just like, I know this is important, I know what decision is right for me, and it's really scary. And to sit there almost like I was on the edge of a cliff or ready to jump out of a plane and go skydiving, that feeling was part of that full life that I crave. Feelings like that might not be totally comfortable or somewhere where I want to completely live. And it is a place that I want to experience. I want to tap into that because what that tells me is that I'm stepping into something new, that I'm stepping into something important, and that I'm experiencing something different than the status quo. I am alive. I am awake to what is happening around me and within me. Another representation of the full life and my appreciation for it is how much I love the seasons. A few of my friends from when I went to grad school in California don't quite understand my love for seasons. And how I see it is that it's change. It's a physical reminder that there is more than just one day. There's more than just the same over and over and over again. And not only does that bring climate change, not only does that bring a change in what I'm wearing, but that brings a new interaction with my world. So I see different things, snow on the ground versus flowers blooming. I am reminded that even nature goes through and experiences a multitude of feelings, so to say, or experiences or expressions, just like me. So in sum, the full life is saying yes to it all. I don't just want happiness. I don't just want contentment. I want the fear. I want the anxiety. I want the elation and the gratitude and the surprise. I want all of it, because when I experience all of it, I feel this overwhelming sensation that I am alive. I am really embracing, aware of, and experiencing all that this life has to offer. And why is that so important to me? Because I truly believe our natural tendency, our natural form is change. It's variety. It is not staying put. And in fact, when we just stay at one place, in a way that represents death, it's like standing in an art gallery and just looking at one of the paintings. And yes, sometimes we do choose to look at one painting or to be in one experience for an extended amount of time. I'm not against staying and embracing the current experience. And the full life means that once I have experienced and embraced and absorbed all that is in front of me, in this example, all that this painting has to tell me, I'm willing and ready to move on, to see and to know that there are others waiting for me. There are other lessons, there are other sensations and feelings and gifts that I can experience, even if this one is good in its own right. So again, comment below your latest full life experience. Have a fabulous Tuesday. That's all I have for you this week. I will see you next week right here on Yes And by Marin YouTube. In the meantime, go to yesandbymarin.com to read more about the full life and the services I provide to guide you toward yours. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you next time.